So what about the financial performance? Because I had one guest on the show. He said so rightly, he said, people understand the top of the P&L, but they don't really understand the bottom of the P&L. And that's where things go wrong, right? So who is in charge of the overall financial performance?
Yeah, so we use a lot of tools to track financial performance, and we've actually kind of shifted tools over the years just to because it's such an important thing to track. Like I said, we actually use an API connection, and we create our own custom reports that are not very pretty sometimes because it's kind of pretty rough looking. But we're able to really have every single data point that Amazon gives us and customize any report in any way we want. And we're also just, for interest sake, we're able to break that into our different teams, how we have it organized. We're able to look at on a per client basis, on a per brand basis, and all that. So being able to set up your tools correctly and the data correctly so that you can even analyze it is extremely important. Um, so we use things like enterprise level of Jungle Scout called Jungle Scout Cobalt to add, with custom dashboards. We've used software like Sellerboard, which is actually more custom, more designed for individual sellers, but I recommend it. So it's I would say we're responsible for the performance of the business, but a lot of it comes in working with the client in our case. And maybe for your seller's case, it's just kind of talking internally with your team about what your goals are. If they're saying, hey, like put the pedal to the metal on advertising because we want to grow, yeah, if obviously profitability might not be their current priority. So we're going to focus on top line, and that's the number we're going to be looking at, right? In terms of success. So we're responsible for executing on whatever the goals are for the client. But you as a seller, you're responsible for deciding what it is that you are looking to accomplish. And it's not always, sometimes it's give or take. Sometimes it's a zero sum game, right? It's like you're you know, you're going to have to invest. You're in a competitive category. You're going to have to invest a lot of money. You have to do giveaways, Vine. You're going to have to do advertising, then you're going to pull back. Whatever your strategy is, you have to come to an agreement and at least have a strategy so that what numbers you should be looking at, right? And we can, in our case, we support them with that, but it comes from knowing what your goals are in business.